So if you're interested in applying for that, go to cde.ca.gov, and on the right-hand column you will see funding. Push the funding line. It will take you to available funding. Go into available funding, and you will see the Health Science Capacity Building Project. Okay? So thank you very much, and this has been a wonderful conference.
Cindy briefly went over the program of study. Is Jack Mitchell out there? No Jack, okay. If you have questions about this, we'd be glad to go over it with you. It basically goes over the definition, the Perkins definition of what is a program of study. It provides career technical education in occupations of regional and local economic need. Well, you showed us that when you applied for funding.
But our older academies may not.
Our older academies may need to adjust a little bit. Focus on occupations requiring comprehensive skills leading to higher than entry-level wages or the possibility of significant wage increases after a few years on the job or both. So that the career technical education sequence should be preparing students for employment and for post-secondary education. Provides a sequence of courses that build upon each other in knowledge, skill development, and experience, and end in a capstone course that includes an internship component. Prepare student for employment and post-secondary education. Sequenced courses shall be linked to certificate and degree programs in the region where possible. If not linked to, at least aligned with, so that what you're doing is a clear path to something post-secondary that will continue your students' education in this industry sector. Whenever possible, prepare students for industry-recognized certifications. If we really are preparing them for employment and a certification is needed or desired in that field, they're not going to be competitive if they don't have those certifications. And certification may span secondary and post-secondary, so get it started at your level, at the secondary level. Where appropriate, offer career technical education courses that also meet A through G UC entrance requirements, or start to seek A through G status for appropriate existing courses. We're doing that. Now we're trying to get program status for some of the academy courses that are offered in many academies, which would mean if we get program status, which will be a long drawn out process, but if we get it, that means that any academy in California that offers that course automatically gets A through G status. So we are trying to do that for you, but it's just in the beginning stages. But in the meantime, if you have a career technical education course that you think might meet A through G requirements, you have nothing to lose by attempting to get that status for it. There is information on the UCOP website that can help you go through that process, and we're currently working, obviously, with the Career Academy Support Network. Patricia Clark is an expert in this, and we are contracting with her also to help academies. So if you're interested in this assistance, let us know. For the new 18 green planning grants, how many of you are from those? Oh, some of you actually got here. Very good. We realize that we did not inform you of funding in time for the Fall Institute, which was intended for new academies. So we will be holding a special workshop for you in June in Sacramento. We have not yet determined a date or a specific place, but we will assist you in getting started.
Right.
And
the date's going to be, we're going to ask you for some input determining the date.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't set it up already, so it's not something we're going to jam on you.
Yeah. We're also, how many of you are from Los Angeles Unified School District? Normally that would be about a quarter of the room. So we're going to try to do a workshop specifically in Los Angeles for that district because most of that district was not able to attend. Next year's conference, however, will not be limited in attendance. We hope to be able to partner with Educating for Careers again. This conference will be at the Sacramento Convention Center, which can hold up to 6,000 people. So we will not be limited. The two hotels that already have contracted for a very good rate, I think it's like $139 a night at the Sheraton and the Hyatt. I don't think they're taking reservations yet, but they are both very nice hotels, and I'm sure that we will be contracting with additional hotels shortly.
Right. Have we ever done it in Sacramento before?
No, never in Sacramento.
So you'll be coming to our house next year. Yeah.
You can even have a tour of the wonderful Department of Education.
I go to San Diego myself, but yeah.
Hey, you can go to the Capitol. Woo! Yes, visit the legislators.
Yes, you can.
Okay, it's now question and answer time.
Yeah, that should be no problem in a room this size. Yeah.
You want to go home, don't you?
What's up, John?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. How's it look for which funding? The funding, we're funded. The legislature has not taken our funding away or put us in Tier 3 at this time. Tier 3 means that the money is flexible for any purpose. The general funds funded academies, which are the Prop 98, the long-term academies, will have the 19.8% cut as they did this year because we're in Tier 2. The SB 70 academies at this time do not have a reduction in funding, but as I said, there was a mid-year crisis for the Chancellor's office with that funding, and that's because they realized they did have to cut their programs, but they did not tell us we had to. What we don't cut programs, we cut a percentage off of your funding. So we will let you know about SB 70 at this time. We do not think there is a reduction in funding. And there is no reduction in funding for the AB 519 Green Academies. That is Energy Commission money. And they have not mentioned anything about reducing funding for you. Right. So the only academies that we know of that will have reduced funding due to Tier 2 status are the general funds funded academies, because those are the ones that the legislature has control over their budget.
Right. And in the meantime, we're about as lucky as any program in the state of California is. And like in many cases, a lot of that luck is geared towards doing a good job. Our data shows us to be the most successful stuff out there, as you well know, and that's why it is that we continue to survive. The fact of the matter is that we, even though we may very possibly get a little bit less money over the next couple of years, we are continuing to thrive, and we need to do our level best to do the best job we've ever done, so that data simply gets better. For our old established academies, that's crucially important, and do yourselves a favor and help out a new fledgling academy, because they're going to need your help getting this stuff up. They've got a very short window of opportunity to make themselves thrive, and the better they do, the better we all look. So make sure you're helping out the new SB 70 academies as well.
There's one thing I want to bring up again, and that is to please inform your legislators, because if they don't know how important this program is, they could slip in a line that puts you in Tier 3 or takes your funding away altogether just because they don't know. And it may not be a whole bill. It could be a rider on somebody else's bill, and we find out after the fact. So it's real important that we inform the legislators.
Right.
Over here.